If there are big cats, why are there no big dogs? Tigers, lions, and jaguars, among other large cats, rule the majority of biomes. The lion is regarded as the king of the jungle, the jaguar is possibly the most dangerous predator in the Amazon forest, and the tiger is the largest cat on Earth. They are all renowned for their physical prowess, perseverance, and hunting prowess. Wild cats are always included in lists of the top predators in the globe. Due to their size and hunting prowess, several cat species are feared in forests and other habitats, while dogs are rarely mentioned. Although wild dog species like wolves and foxes are classified as dogs and canines, big cats are bigger, heavier, and more effective hunters. The majority of powerful dog breeds are trained by people and used to protect or hunt other animals. No dog breed accomplishes this naturally, though. The tiger and the lion are two examples of rare cat species that have evolved and reproduced on their own. Returning to our original query, why don't there exist large canines if there are large cats? We frequently lump cats and dogs together because we keep tamed versions of both as pets, but they are actually separate species that have evolved to fulfill various ecological functions. Even though the group Carnivora includes both cats and dogs, their most recent common ancestor lived about 42 million years ago. In an ecology with the same prey species, there will always be bigger cats than dogs. For instance, the saber-toothed tiger or the cave lion are much larger than Epicyon haydeni, the largest canid species yet discovered. Cats and dogs were therefore a lot larger than they are today. The most important thing to remember is that areas with high animal numbers also tended to have high human populations, which caused many large animals to become extinct. For instance, huge animals has almost entirely disappeared from the lush woods of Europe, Asia, and America, whereas wildlife has mostly survived in arid regions like Africa. However, the fact remains that considerably larger cats have always existed in any environment where a dog has existed, which is to say, pretty much everywhere in the last 10 million years. In the same habitat with the same prey animals, cats are bigger than dogs. The single factor that determines the response to it is hunting technique. Hunting approach is the only variable that impacts how it is handled. Big cats often hunt alone and bring down their prey with a brief burst of speed and swipes of their claws. Wild dogs have a special style of hunting in which they team up to pursue game over long distances until it collapses from weariness. Having a larger body is a disadvantage in this form of endurance sport because it requires more energy to move it around and doesn't boost the likelihood of a kill. All of the huge dog breeds that are popular among modern pet owners were sometimes created by man by crossing two distinct canine species. The original species, which still live in the wild, such as wolves or dingoes, are too small to overcome and subdue large cats, such as lions or tigers. The several species of giant cats are separate subspecies that evolved to become larger as a means of adjusting to the options for hunting and other aspects of life in their environment. The largest wolf, the timber wolf, may weigh up to 160 pounds, 72 kilograms, while the Siberian tiger can weigh up to 660 pounds, so you can see precisely what I'm talking about, 300 kilograms. Let's learn more about their hunting habits and techniques. When pursuing their prey in the wild, cats and dogs behave very differently. Dogs and wolves are cunning predators. Their organisms have changed over time to use less energy. Except for lions, every cat hunts alone. They look for food and are completely self-sufficient. Tigers and lions are much larger than other felidae like wolves since they developed to require to be able to hunt the largest creatures. Tigers go after bears, big deer, and gaurs. If an animal lacks the appropriate strength and size, it simply cannot kill and carry off an animal of this size. No other animal has strength similar to that of tigers in relation to body weight, despite the fact that they may already appear to be massive. Tigers and lions have poor endurance. They cannot hunt for several hours or days. To feed the sizable pack, the lions, they must rely on explosive strength, camouflage, or speed in the case of tigers, or teamwork and coordination. For instance, if females were the size of males, hunting techniques would not be effective. Wolves, on the other hand, are generally unimpressive people. They lack flexibility, are unable to swim or climb trees well, lack claws, making it difficult for them to stealthily move around like cats, are feeble, and even if they were strong, are physiologically unable of using that strength. Their ability to outlast and outwit the prey as well as their innate teamwork are their superpowers. Wolves can spend days wearing down their victim by tearing at its flesh. To hunt a rabbit, they don't need to weigh 300 kilograms. Doing so would be difficult. Due to the fact that both lions and wolves hunt in packs, some people may mistake them for one another. But one fact is frequently overlooked. Compared to wolves, lions face much greater rivalry for food and mates, which explains why they must be quite strong. They must exterminate other predators in order to have more prey to hunt. They must regularly engage in combat with other lions to establish their dominance within their pack, and they must be powerful enough to kill the deadliest of prey. Lions would probably become extinct if they didn't have their current size, because African herbivores are much greater than those on any other continent. Tigers, the second largest and second strongest naturally occurring terrestrial predators in the world, have one of the lowest success percentages in hunting. On the other hand, in terms of success rates, African wild dogs are the top predators in the world. Because of their size-related capacity to outlast their prey 10 times over and run it into the ground, they will almost certainly be successful in whatever they are hunting. Even if the prey is moving more quickly, they only need to keep up with it because they can keep moving even when the prey slows down. Let's find out what happened to the epicon, the biggest canid to ever exist, now that we are aware of the current situation. Epicon is a large prehistoric canid genus that belonged to the Borophaginae subfamily and lived in North America for approximately 15 million years. As a real canid, Epicon belonged to the same species as wolves and contemporary dogs. Its largest species was the size of an adult human and more than twice the size of a modern wolf, weighing between 200 to 300 pounds, 90 to 136 kilograms. It looked more like a huge cat than a dog or wolf because of its enormous jaws and teeth. The epicon faced competition from other larger species during the prehistoric era as they quickly transitioned from hunting tiny prey to larger animals. The canidae had plenty of smaller creatures to eat, but larger food was hard to come by. The epicon was referred to as the bone crushers because of its incredibly powerful jaws and teeth that were designed specifically for crushing bone. However, the epicon and other giant predators quickly ran out of prey, leading to their extinction and the success of the lesser canidae family. What do you think of the video from today? You can share your thoughts in the comments section and give it a like if you liked it. Thanks.